Yo. So this week, new Diddy tapes allegedly leaked. And I'm not talking about old footage. An adult film star just came forward with a hotel room story that is absolutely wild. I'm talking NDAs, hidden recordings, and details that could break the internet if they go public. You're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you, because let me tell you, there is way too much going on to keep up with. Every single week, there's a new development, a new lawsuit, a new scandal. So we're breaking it all down for you right here, right now. In today's episode, we're covering a lot. We've got newly leaked tapes that people are freaking out about. We're talking about Diddy's emergency court appeal that he filed right before Christmas. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Dr. Umar Johnson is going off on 50 Cent for that Netflix documentary. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, is exposing what the documentary left out. And we've got celebrity reactions, interviews, and viral memes that have taken over the internet. Stick around. This one's packed. All right. Let's set the stage. Right now, Diddy is locked up at Fort Dix Federal Prison in New Jersey. He's facing multiple lawsuits. The allegations just keep piling up. And while he's sitting behind bars, the world outside is not letting this story die. In fact, it's only getting bigger. Now here's where it gets crazy. 50 Cent just released a documentary about the whole situation on Netflix. And let me tell you, it caused even more controversy because this story is moving so fast, you could miss major details if you blink. So every week, we're going to keep you updated. No more scrambling through headlines. We've got you. All right, let's talk about what Diddy tried to pull right before Christmas. He wanted out.
The new appeal from hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. His defense team is seeking his immediate release from federal prison, calling his 50-month sentence on charges of transportation for prostitution excessive.
His legal team filed an emergency appeal with the Second Circuit Court, hoping to get him released before the holidays. And they came with some serious arguments. His lawyers argued that the sentence is unconstitutional. They said the court acted like a 13th juror, basically overstepping its role. They claimed the court used contested testimony and even considered conduct that Diddy was found not guilty of. Their whole argument boiled down to this: not guilty means not guilty. You can't punish someone for things a jury said they didn't do. They even cited Carlton Reeves, the chair of the U.S. Sentencing Commission, backing up the idea that courts shouldn't punish defendants for charges the jury rejected. This wasn't just some random filing. Either major outlets like Fox News confirmed it. But guess what? The appeal failed. Diddy stayed in prison through Christmas. No holiday miracle for him. Now here's where it gets spicy. Dr. Umar Johnson sat down with Art of Dialogue.
Reckoning of Sean Diddy Combs' documentary that was produced by 50 Cent. I wasn't going to watch it. And I wasn't going to watch it because, quite frankly, I had grown a little tired of the Diddy case. You know, I had followed it, I had studied it, I had researched it. And at this point, the man was sentenced to 50 months in jail, I believe the time was that the feds gave him. There really wasn't much left to talk about. Everything had already been put out there, all the hours of testimony, hundreds of hours of court proceedings. There was nothing else to talk about as far as I was concerned.
And he did not hold back. First of all, he admitted he didn't even watch the documentary, but that didn't stop him from having opinions.
Watching that documentary was an exercise in self-hatred, because it was. Whenever black people tear down black people, especially when they've already been torn down, it's self-hate, because we never show that energy with no other community.
Dr. Umar called the documentary an exercise in self-hatred. He accused 50 Cent of profiting off another black man's downfall and said that black people tear each other down way too easily. Then he started asking questions, like, why not make documentaries about police brutality? Why not expose church abuse scandals? Why not focus on the economic destruction happening in our communities? Now, whether you agree with Dr. Umar or not, he definitely got people talking. And honestly, that's the point of this series, to show you all the angles, all the reactions, and let you decide for yourself. But it doesn't stop there. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, sat down with Camp Capone News, and he had a lot to say about what the documentary missed.
So it was crazy. A lot of stories they should have told that they didn't tell. You understand? They showed pictures of different people that was no longer, but they was instrumental in the Bad Boy. They couldn't even tell the real Bad Boy story. How Puff and them got their money, got started and stayed in the game before Clyde Davis. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't have the pictures, they didn't have the person to deliver the story. You know what I'm saying? Bad Boy got their start with Corey Jacobs. Corey Jacobs, the dude you see next to Puff before he went to jail the whole 9 yards. Corey Jacobs went to jail for drug distribution and transporting narcotics, and he got 9, 16 to life sentences. You know what I'm saying? So he was pardoned by Obama. His money and Wolf money is the money that started Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? To keep Big, you know, when he let Big go, when Andre Harrell let Big them go, and Craig Mackman, Puff had to get money to keep them there. You understand what I'm saying? Before he can go make the deal with Clyde Davis. So what he do? He take their money to piece Big them off for some money before he makes his deal. You understand what I'm saying? So they couldn't even tell that story.
First, Gene said he wasn't paid enough for his involvement. Then he dropped the big one. He believes the documentary is censored. He thinks certain celebrities were protected on purpose. But the wildest part? He mentioned a guy named Corey Jacobs. According to Gene, Corey provided early funding, what he calls wolf money, that helped get Biggie and the label off the ground before the Clive Davis deal even happened. Gene says this is a major detail that was intentionally left out. And you have to wonder why. Gene also talked about the federal charges against Diddy racketeering, sex trafficking, all of that. But here's what stood out to him. During those raids, they found weapons. They found substances. But there are no gun charges on the indictment. No specific drug charges either.
I've said this 1,000 times to probably 1,001 people. Your main 2 charges that you talk about in court, you don't even charge him with? Come on, Cam. The gun charge. They had the drug charge. Those baby oils had stuff in it. It even came out in the documentary, and one doctor knew said what it had. Nobody carries that many and wrapped up in certain things. Come on, bro. If you was using baby oil, you ain't gotta carry it with you. Yo, run to Walgreens, give me 10 cases of baby oil. Get all the baby oil at Walgreens. That baby oil had some kind of chemical in it that helped you seduce the person and make them feel free or something like that. It was some. They were saying it was some kind of drug that was in that baby oil. Not only that, he didn't get charged with the physical drugs that they could see, the pink cocaine, all this other shit. So with the feds and me working around them and working with them, and what I mean working with them, me being a parole officer, you know what I'm saying, dealing in federal cases and stuff like that, they didn't charge him because, one, brother, I swear, it was a deal made way before they got to court.
Gene's theory? Either there's a behind-the-scenes deal happening, or prosecutors streamlined the case to focus on the strongest charges. Either way, it's suspicious. All right, now let's talk about something the internet has been joking about non-stop. Authorities found 1,000 bottles of baby oil during those raids. 1,000. The memes have been endless, but Gene Deal isn't laughing. He suggested that the baby oil might have had a darker purpose. He believes it could have contained substances used to subdue victims. If that's true, this goes from internet joke to something way more sinister.
No, I wasn't surprised, you know, because they said that when Big died, he built the estate. He took it out of Big's his budget. You understand what I'm saying? So I wonder who got the life insurance policy.
And Gene didn't stop there. He also made allegations about Biggie's money. He claims Diddy built an estate using money that was meant for Biggie or his estate. If that's true, we're talking about a betrayal on a whole different level. Now here's where it gets interesting. TMZ sat down with Sebastian Telfair, a former NBA player who was just released from Telfair said Diddy is holding it down in there. He claims people on the inside are helping him out. And get this, Telfair even suggested that prison time might change Diddy for the better. I don't know if I'm buying that, but it's definitely a perspective we haven't heard yet. All right, let's talk about the game. He hopped on the Back on Fake podcast, and at first, he was praising the documentary, but then he told a story that flipped the whole vibe.
Crazy.
And I felt like
it was well put.
I felt like it was people telling their truths. I don't feel like it's for me to judge. And I feel like 50 is the type of that would troll and do a documentary on it. Yeah, me, like, I ain't got no problems with 50. I'm like I think I'm on episode 6 of Tommy right now. Like, I watched the
Nah, I watched this shit.
Apparently, Diddy sent 50 Cent flowers. Sounds nice, right? Wrong. The game called them death flowers. He compared them to a threat and warned 50 Cent to watch his back. Whether that's real or just game being dramatic, it definitely added another layer to this whole saga.
Think about when Diddy sending him flowers.
Diddy sent 50 flowers?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was some disrespectful flowers. Like the kind of, he was in the club, but it was like the kind of flowers that belong on the cast.
Oh, the kind that the
That you see
narcos be sending the niggas and shit. Yeah, I don't know. That's where I mind my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it over
That
here.
nigga wait till he was in the club and still that nigga in the bedroom.
Again, bro, I don't know. If Diddy send you some flowers, that's death flowers, nigga. I don't know.
Now here's where it gets absolutely wild. Adult film star Sly Diggler sat down with Vlad TV and told a story that has people losing their minds. Back in 2021, Sly says a woman reached out to him via DM. They moved the conversation to FaceTime, and Sly noticed she kept looking off screen, like someone was coaching her or watching. Eventually, they set up a meeting at a hotel.
2021, you actually get contacted by Jane Doe. 50 Cent's baby mother.
Yeah.
What was that first DM like?
The first DM was like, hey, she was just like introducing herself and like she said she liked my videos. So it was just like, okay. I was like, okay. I seen how many followers she had and I was like, all right, she might be something interesting. She was sitting in my message request for a couple of days or like a week. But when I seen it, I was like, we just talked, and then that night it led to a FaceTime. And she wanted to see and she wanted me to off her on camera. And I could tell like she was like looking to the left a bit, like it was somebody in the room with her. She was playing. She was just
Sly gets there, the woman answers the door in lingerie. But before anything happens, Sly is required to sign an NDA. And right after he signs, Diddy walks in.
Looking to the left to the door. I'm like, Puff Daddy, what's good? You know, I'm a fan at the time, so I ain't gonna lie. Like, I mean, I still like his work. But
we're all fans of Diddy, man. Let's not both. We weren't all dancing to his music. Yeah. We all did love Biggie and Mace and 112 and his own albums are dope. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, so I'm a fan, so I'm like, I was happy.
Now here's the bombshell. Sly claims he accidentally recorded a video during this encounter. He says the video shows Diddy walking by in the background, and allegedly, it reveals a shocking personal detail about Diddy that could change everything. If this video is real and it leaks, it could absolutely break the internet. And according to Sly, it could drop at any moment. All right. Just a quick reminder, every single week, we're going to cover everything that happens in this story. We want to hear from you. What do you want us to dive deeper into? What should we cover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now, let's lighten it up for a second, because the internet has been having a field day with all of this. The memes are out of control. 50 Cent posted on Instagram comparing his documentary to Stranger Things. He said Netflix spent $500 million on Stranger Things just to get outperformed by his Diddy doc. The post went absolutely viral. Within hours, it was everywhere.
I was happy to see. Yeah, he accidentally recorded on my phone, so it stayed there.
It stayed there.
Right.
And while you and I took a break, you actually showed me this video.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I was not prepared for what I saw in that video. I was not prepared. Because as we're watching, and it's got you and the girl, suddenly you see an oiled up Diddy walk by the camera. Now, I knew, for some reason, I just thought the baby oil was for the other people. I didn't realize that he was...
And honestly, that's the internet for you. No matter how serious the news is, people are going to turn it into comedy. And sometimes, you just have to laugh. So that's it. That was week 1. What a crazy week for Diddy news, right? Now, I want to hear from you. What shocked you the most? Do you think that tape is going to surface? What do you think about Dr. Umar's criticism of 50 Cent? And was the game right to warn him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss episode 2 next week, because trust me, this story